Absolutely. Yeah, I want you to definitely do Facebook.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Bob is trying to join. He'll be on momentarily. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Courtney, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, great. So now we just got to get a picture up here. Oh, there we are. Perfect. Where's Courtney?
Let's see. Trying to join with video.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you have to let me join.
I just made you.
There we go.
There you are. Hello.
Perfect. Hi.
How's it going?
Good, good.
So we got a few people on right now, I guess. Oh, is that the chat? Jamie Concepcion is on. Tui is on. Kayat is on. Bernadette from Puerto Rico. Monica Johnson. Hey, thank you for jumping on board tonight, Jerome. Yeah, we're starting to get people in. We'll just let it warm up for a minute. and then we'll get started on the tour of the back office. But keep signing in and tell us where you're from. Oh, there's Tomas. How you doing, buddy? Jerome. Tucson's in the house. Julio Jimenez is on.
Canada.
Yeah, Jesus is on. It's going to get wild here in about 2 more weeks once we open
Right.
up. It's going to be crazy. So let's see. Fairfax, Virginia. It's on. Connecticut, Phoenix, Chicago. A restaurant owner from Toronto. Oh, that's Kayat. Yeah, Koyat. He did some amazing stuff today. If you haven't seen it on his Instagram on Trip, he's a marketer's marketer. Let me tell you, the guy is amazing with the work he does. What time is it right now? We got a few more minutes. Yeah. Anybody got any questions they want to ask while they're signing in before we get warmed up? Barbara Rojas from LA is on. Dodger game's on tonight, playing the Giants in LA. Call balls and strike in that game and see what happens. I went to the season, at the training camp this year, and did see the Dodgers and the Giants play. Dodgers won, but my grandson, who's 10, started talking to Roberts, the manager, and they invited him down to the field as a 10-year-old, and he actually did a real live television interview at 10 years old and actually critiqued the game. And I was just blown away. I was sitting there watching the whole thing. I'm going, this is my grandson? He knows more about
moment of a lifetime.
We're around. Yeah. And then he got the official scorecard, the whole 9 yards. It's just crazy.
So, best day of his life, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, he's a fanatic in baseball. He plays really well too, but he knows all the old school players. I mean, going all the way back to the 20s, 30s, all the way through the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s.
Yeah. Does he collect the cards?
Yeah, he collects cards and stuff, but he's just into since he's learned how to get on the internet. He researches everybody. If he hears a name, and then he'll go in and research them, and he knows all these players. It's just pretty mind-boggling. Is that William? Yes, it is. Legacy Rideshare. Welcome, William. How you doing? William had a good question for me today. I'm going to bring it up on the call, so it's important. And he's always thinking ahead. That's what I like about William. He's always, hits me with a text every now and then and comes up with something really good. And I go, yeah, I should have thought of that. Tomas is reaching out saying, hey, William. So what we got to do is, we're almost there with the system, everybody. We'll get started here in 2 minutes, and then I'll introduce Courtney and who she is. I think probably most of the people on this call have never heard of Courtney, but Courtney's been with the company since almost day one.
Yep, over 1.5 years.
Yeah. So she knows the company inside and out. You don't hear from her too much because she's one of the smart people in the background making stuff work. She's part of Lisa's team, but you've been working for Art a little bit recently.
Yeah, I've probably chatted with some of you in Intercom.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay, you want to tee up the back office on the share?
Sure.
West Palm Beach is in the house. Get ready, West Palm. We're going to be coming your way pretty quick. Can you guys see the back office? Let me put this down here so it's out of my way. So if you guys, let's see what time it is. Okay, 6 o'clock. Let's get started. So anyway, this is Courtney Sherman. Courtney's been with us like 18 months. She's an integral part of the company. She knows probably as much about what's going on as anybody. She's been very involved in getting the back office together for us. She's been on this now for probably a month. There's a lot of moving parts here. So we're gonna take what I call a tour. We're gonna go through the top nav bar where it says my profile, my people, my quick card e-wallet, my contacts, my upgrades, and my stock options. And then we'll go down the left-hand nav bar, and then we'll go across where it says driver referral commissions, restaurant referrals, my consumer referral commissions. So we're going to cover all of this and how it works tonight. It's pretty simple. Most of these are filled up with either documents or content of different types. There's a couple that we haven't got live yet, like the quick card, because you have to have signups to make it go live. We don't have any signups in it yet, but I'll walk you through how this is all going to work. So, so one of the questions is that we get a lot is, hey, I can't change my phone number, I can't change my email, I can't do anything. So if you go to my profile, so your photo will be up there. You just upload your photo, give your registration date. Oh, one quick thing I might add. If you go up to the left-hand side to Courtney's photo, right where the arrow is pointing, you'll see it says Pro Driver. So when you log into your back office, it'll tell you what you are. If you're a legacy influencer, Pro Driver, or side hustle, or rider consumer. So it'll have that on there so you know exactly who you are. If there's any disputes, then obviously get in touch with us at support. Art Richardson's following that up. But that's a critical aspect, so you know what rank you are right away. So here's the information: your name, email, phone, all your contact stuff is in my profile. So if you want to edit that, you just click on the edit button. You just click on the edit profile, and then you can change anything you want. So you don't have to go to customer service or support or any of that stuff to get all your current information. And you can see the drop down box if it's Orange County, California, whatever. So we're trying to make it easy for everybody to manage their business. This is about managing your business as opposed to us trying to manage it for you. So that's a real big improvement from what we did before. One of the other questions we get is on my people. These are all your people that you've brought in, and there you go. You'll see it like this. These are real people in the system. So this is live data right here, and you'll see how it looks. But these are your people, and if you have, like, there's one person, I'm not going to name him, but he has about 3,000 people in his, almost his front line. It's crazy. So that's how deep he is. It's big. So you get to see your people, because that's one of the questions we get a lot. You can see it breaks down here. You can 1, 2, 3, 4, and just keeps feeding more. I think it feeds, is it 25 or 50 at a time? Do you know, Court?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think we set it for 50. That loads pretty fast. If it doesn't load fast, once we get quite a few people using it, then we'll probably shrink it back to 25 and put some more horsepower behind it, so it loads fast. But it loads pretty fast right now. And then the next one is my quick card, my e-wallet. That right now it's work in progress, because and I'll explain how this is going to work, how you get your card. So there's two things that are going to happen. So if you're an existing user in the system, which everybody is here, but if you're an existing, not somebody new coming in, existing, you'll just log into your back office, and then you're going to see a button that you're going to click on, and it'll allow you to fill out the background search. When that background search is filled out, then you'll fill out the information for your merchant account. So when you fill out the background search information, that's going to auto-populate over to the e-wallet quick card. So that information will auto-populate. So everybody in the company that's in the company today will come in the back office. You'll see a button, you click on that, and you'll fill out that information. You don't have to fill out anything else other than those two, and pick your program, whatever you want to get on. So that's how you get your e-wallet. Then the e-wallet will send you immediate information via email. and tells you how to sign up, what your passcodes, temporary passcodes are to get in. So it's pretty simple. And once you do, you're ready to go. It's not going to be a very big, difficult task. It's all pretty simple stuff. My contacts, these are who your people are on the marketing side, hot prospects, buy the website, marketing. You'll see all that stuff. That's part of the verb process that we're putting in play. We put verb off because we want to get this up first. Verb will probably come online in 8 or 9 or 10 days or something like that. But you won't miss anything because once we start to open up, it's Katie bar the doors on some of the other projects. So, and then my upgrades, if you're, let's say a driver, a side hustle driver, you want to upgrade to the next level, which is pro, you just go on here, you click on upgrade, it'll take you to where you want to go and what you have to do. So I saw a mistake right here too. Wow. It says pro driver plan 99 even. It's actually 99.99. We'll get that fixed. These are some of the things that we're doing all the time. That's why you guys probably get antsy. Like, when are they going to? These are all these little things we have to fix. But we're getting down to the short strokes. We're gonna, once we get out of testing, then we're going to open the store up. But I'll give you that in a minute. And then my stock options. So anybody that's earned a stock option. So you'll see this one says you currently have no earned stock options. But anybody that's in the system that does have them, this will come up in your back office and it'll say you're an influencer, or it'll say that you are a legacy, and it'll have your name printed on this stock option so you can see it. So it's pretty slick that it's there. So there's no, anybody else, if they click on it, if they haven't earned it, it'll just come up that you have not earned any stock options. And the reason I wanted that there, I want them to think about it, because if they haven't earned any, how can they earn them? Because we're going to be going back through and doing another stock grant as we get rolling here and understand the business a little bit more. And then we'll go ahead and put that out in the market so everybody can still earn more stock options. We want people to have a vested interest in our company. It's important for me to make sure they do, because the more you're in the company, the more you become a participant, the more you have a piece of the rock, the more you're going to take care of the company. I'm about sharing, not about keeping everything to myself. We have actually over 2,000 option holders. We have over 65 shareholders in the company. Everybody in the company from any position is a shareholder that's in the corporate world of our space, everybody. So I believe in sharing it. And you got to remember, when I started the business, I was 100% shareholder. And today I'm not 100% shareholder because I keep giving it out. But it's okay. It's all good stuff. Okay, so let's go to the next one. You want to flip off that? Yeah. So what do you want to go to next? You want to go to the dashboard?
Sure.
Yeah. So this is the dashboard. So these are the top 3 items that you see: my driver referrals, my restaurant referrals, and my consumer referral commissions. That's all real-time data. So when you go back there and you see my commission daily, weekly, monthly, year-to-date, that's all real-time information it's collecting, okay? One quick thing I'm going to say also, I think most of you, and the reason I'm going to say this because it has to do with commissions. I think all of you know, typically in a referral business, they don't pay every time you get a commission. So if you got a commission for $2 or $5, everybody accumulates to 25 before they send a check and all that stuff. We don't do that here. If you make one dime, that gets pushed into your e-wallet immediately. So if you have $15 in your e-wallet and you want to take it out, you can take it out. Because you control your money. We don't control your money. We put it in the e-wallet, and then you can either send it to your bank or whoever you want to send it to your debit card or whatever. So that's a little different twist, because we want to put as much money, like, it doesn't sound like a lot, but sometimes, $15-20 could mean, a sandwich or a lunch or whatever, and you're out working, you like to have that available. So we don't hold any money back from you guys. So you can see these are all dynamic, and they're really, really important for you guys to really understand, how to use this group. And then down here we have this is kind of where we're going to do rewards, that, you know, top 10 referral partner earnings for driver referrals, consumer rider referrals, top 10 by delivery earnings. So, and I think there's another one at the end. Let me move this here. Then top 10 driven by rankings or ratings. Yeah, ratings. So all of these these are the rewards that we're gonna have. So it could be a trip, it could be, you know, hey, down the road, you never know, we will send you around the world or something, you know, because you're a big hitter and you've done a terrific job and you've shown leadership and skills and all those kinds of things. So we want to reward great behavior, taking care of customers, and earnings that you put to the bottom line for yourself. So this will be updated monthly. So this is not real time. We have to gather all that data. And you can see where it says down here with your legacy or pro driver. So it'll show your ranking as an individual also. So this is really kind of cool and fun, because right away we'll find the top 50 or 60 people in the company that are just killing it out on the road and making people happy. So so the next thing on the nav bar is restaurant pickup. This is our standard information, you know, the activation fee at $149, all the other kinds of things that we do. So if you just need a refresher, I can't remember what that was or this was, just click on it. That information's there. Same thing with the grocery. So that information's there also. Here's a comp plan. So people want to know what the comp plan looks like, in case you forgot. Here it is. So it shows the levels, how it works. Yeah. So that's pretty easy. We have a driver's handbook as we start to open the business up, after we start really driving the delivery business and COVID goes away, and our plan is to get back into the business on rideshare too. Right now, I don't even know what the numbers are. Last time I looked, it was about 60 or 70% off from what it normally is. And now with California, Florida, both getting hammered, it's probably going to get hit again. Also, general terms of use. So if you want to know what our terms are, you just click on that, and that'll give you the terms of service, right? And then we have a driver service agreement. So that's pretty simple to get to also. That's if you're a driver. And then we have just the monthly subscriptions, just in case you need a refresher on that. I don't know if those documents are up. Did you get those documents up? Yeah, here's a market tracker. So the market tracker will connect through an API. This is all real information that's in here right now. But we're going to connect it to the API, which is into the database. So all that information, when somebody signs up, they'll show up on there immediately, whether it's a restaurant. We have to resort this out by restaurant and also driver zip codes and all that stuff. That's going to be cleaned up, you know, probably in the next 10, 12 days. It's not been important for us to have it hooked up the API. The information's there. So as we start building, we'll put that in there. That way you have an idea. So if you lived in Rhode Island and you wanted to see, geez, how many people are signed up in Rhode Island, or how many restaurants do we have here? You know, you could just go in there and actually geo-target a market and see exactly what's in there. Right now, these dots represent about 116,000 people in our system, but we don't have it broken down by restaurants yet. So as we start to put restaurants, we'll code that with a different color so you can see immediately, oh, those are restaurants, these are drivers. So we'll see that. We have navigation for sales and marketing tools and training. This is the restaurant PowerPoint we did 2 weeks ago. So it's all up here. It's also, I don't know if you got it up in Spanish yet, but the conversion to Spanish. Okay, so you have both English and Spanish. We have what else is up on this? Also on here, there's a Spanish. And then this document right here is the document when you sign up a restaurant on a one-page document, month to month, it spells it out. That's going to be through electronic signature. So you don't have to worry about printing this out, but you can take a look at it or print it out at home and understand it before you go make a sales call. This is how simple the agreement is. There's like 6 pieces to it. It's not lengthy. You got to remember, we've made this system simple for restaurants because we don't, like, I heard a great story today. So there's a guy that has his own broadcast on Sirius Radio 5 days a week. And his last name is Lewis. He flips houses. And he has almost 900,000 people following him. And he's used Postmates 3 times. This morning, I was listening to his show. And the reason I listen to him, because there's actually valuable stuff there. And he's always talking about rideshare and stuff like that or whatever. So he ordered a meal from a restaurant a couple of miles away from him. It was $112 for the meal. And he ordered it through Postmates. An hour and 20 something minutes later, they informed him that they could not find a driver for his meal. Therefore, they canceled it. And then he said, okay, refund my money. And they said, no, we'll give you a credit. He went crazy on his show this morning because of it.
Oh
Let me explain to you why they were going to give a credit and why they can't give back the money. Because Postmates is in between the restaurateur, the owner, and that pricing, and they lob on another 25, 30%. So what happened is, if Postmate wasn't on their game, they should have called him. They would have known in 10 minutes at the outside they couldn't find a driver. They should have either informed the restaurant and said, hey, you know, you're only 2 miles away. Do you have somebody at your restaurant that can make the delivery? Or let me see if I can help. There's a lot of things they could do from a perspective of customer service that they didn't do. So then what happens, either the food, because they've already cooked it and it's been sitting there for an hour and a half, right? It's cold. So what do they do with it? They probably throw it away. Maybe they give it to somebody, I don't know. But the fact is, they never refunded the guy's money. He just blasted Postmates, said, I'll never use them again, ever, because I've had it happen before, and they're done with it. So now he just blasted off to 800 and some thousand, almost 900,000 of his followers. Postmates is not a great quality company to do business with. And it's online. I'm not making this stuff up, so trust me, it's all there. But our model is simple. We give the restaurateur their own merchant account, just like the driver. So when the customer orders the food, it goes directly from the restaurant, not to us. There's no markup, no nothing. Just goes between the two. And if you look on this document here, we request that the restaurant not mark up their food costs beyond what their daily dining prices are. And that way they start winning in the game and start, they're not getting money taken out of their pocket, and they have control of their business again. That's what we do. We give control back. We make them more money, right? Our fees are either $2 or $3 to do a pickup. So, and that's it. That's how easy it is. We don't even get between their money. They get all their money. So on a refund, it's up to the restaurant what they want to do with their money, not Postmates, who's not part of the restaurant. They're just taking their commissions. So I want you to understand this. This is a big, big deal, what's going on in the restaurant business. That's why we decided to get into it, because we've seen a lot of these problems. So we'll be adding to the marketing tools, all kinds of stuff you'll be seeing once you see Verb come up. It's pretty interactive. The next one are training videos. We just posted 2 new videos, one in Spanish and one in English, late last night. We have 2 videos online right now. And then we've got the big video we're working on right now is on sharing your app. And what does that really mean? How do you share your app with an individual if they want to just download the app and take a ride, things like that? And then how do you download the restaurant app? Where does that come to play, and is that embedded, and how's that work? So I think most of you probably already know this. On the compensation side of sharing the app, if you sign up a restaurant, Bob McNulty signs up a restaurant, Joe's Crab Shack, and then any orders that come to Trip at the Joe's Crab Shack, I get 40 cents on. So I could have 10, 15, 20 orders a day going through there that other Trip drivers are picking up. I make 40 cents on every. So if you do simple math, and you can just scale it up all you want, but if you had just 10 restaurants that you signed up and they're doing 20 orders a day at 40 cents, you can do the math, how much you make a month. And if you really want to get nuts with yourself, multiply it by 100, because if you had 100 restaurants, then you're really playing the game hard and you'll be making some serious money. So that's the power of the app. And we're going to be lining that out in very strong details over the next 4 or 5 days. We should have that video done, sometime hopefully midweek next week and get that posted. That's probably the most important video that we're going to produce, because that's where the real gold is for people that want to go out and put restaurants online. I think as we get rolling here, as you know, we've named Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, Atlanta, and Houston as the first 3 markets. I wouldn't be surprised if you think about it, if there was only about 50 to 100 people signing up restaurants in those local markets, how long would it take to get to 1,000 to 1,500 restaurants in a market or more? I mean, I can't divulge the name, but I have one guy that's working none of those markets that's already got about 40 restaurants ready to go. He's pounding me every day. Can I get the document to sign? I go, no, not until we're ready. Because I want to make sure that we have records, everything. When you sign somebody up, it's electronic signature. It's filed that way. We can find it. You don't have to, scan it and send it and print it and do all that stuff and hand carry it. You sign somebody up, automatically you'll put their email in and we'll send it electronic to them. They can sign up and right in front of you, or they can sign it after you leave or whatever. It's up to you how you approach it, but we want to make things seamless for everybody. It's just really important that way. So training videos we'll continue to build on. I think we'll have 6 or 7 really strong training videos up here in the next 10 days. So by the time we really start launching to service restaurants, after you start signing them up, you'll be an expert at all this stuff. Trip ecosystem. Some of you have seen this. The reason I put this up, and it's actually way more complicated than this. This is simple stuff to understand. But this is the component of all the things that we've had to connect, and then some. A lot of stuff is not even on here. Some of it's proprietary. We don't even like to put it up. But these are really important things so you understand this is not just a app. The app is the easiest part of this. The hardest part has been what we're going through now, is putting all the connecting points, live data to all these different things, the delivery side, the grocery side, the market tracker, all these things, communication, emails, text. Everybody should have got a text today. So we're going to be driving more information with text messaging because the open rates are higher to the field. And we just think it's a better communications tool. We will use emails too, but that's not going to be our primary. But the primary thing I want everybody to do, you're all leaders on here, you need to get your people to sign up on YouTube, subscribe to it, put their notifications on. So when I do a live broadcast, you get noticed. Like the other day, there was like 25 people that came on immediately. I mean, it happened so quick and I wasn't going to be on that long. And I go, oh my God, I forgot to talk to everybody before I got off. So I didn't mean to insult anybody, but it just happened fast and I just want to get the message out. But I want to use YouTube more for communications tools, but I don't want to miss anybody. So we've got to really build that. We need to get that, as we start rolling, thousands and thousands and thousands of people to get on there. So anyway, this is the ecosystem. It's just a simple overview. When somebody says, well, what do you guys do? Here's some of the things we do. And you can see it black and white or blue and white, whatever, in a tire. Next thing is we try to make it easy on the help center. So the help center right there, if you click on that, that's intercom. And you want to hit that, Courtney?
I won't click on that because it'll take you to our intercom website.
Right. It's off,
but we do have the chat button down here to the right, and you can just send us a message here as well. So there's 2 places to get help.
Yeah, so you see how that is. So you got your chat right there, and it's instant. So as you're starting to work the business, so you got a question, you can go right there, click on it, and start chatting right away. And then the last thing we have are the FAQs. The FAQs right now are basically static, questions from the standpoint, they're just PDF files. This is going to go live probably in another week or 10 days, where it's going to be what's called an HTML file. So you can search the FAQs. So, how do I report an accident or incident? If it's not staring in the face, you don't have to go through 100 or 150 FAQs. You can just hit the search bar and it'll bring it right up. So that way we're going to make it interactive. It'll be a lot quicker, a lot smoother for everybody. But you can see what we're doing here is we're trying to put all the information in your hands. So when you make a decision I want to send out a marketing email. I want to contact people that are in my organization. I want to do these things to run my business, or I want to even recruit and show people what my back office looks like. You can show them and they're going to be impressed. You have a lot of tools back here to win with. And that's really the critical aspect, is how do you win? How do you earn money? And speaking of that, so one of the things we're going to do once we're out of testing, this is William brought this up today. When we're out of testing sometime at the end of the week, we're going to open it up to the sign up process to bring on restaurants. We're going to, because you can do it through your laptop or the web, and also bringing people on board. We're not going to wait for the apps. The apps will be out getting approved, and if they get approved in 3 or 5 days, we'll be happy. But what if it's 8 or 9 days? We don't know. That's not going to stop us from you guys getting engaged and getting the company rolling. So that's a good piece of information to know. So the sooner we get out of testing, the minute we're out of testing, we're going to send out an alert. I'll probably do it through YouTube, see how many people subscribe, and then we'll see what the results are from your efforts. Because the first ones that get out there, they're going to start crushing these markets and bringing on board restaurants in thousands, I believe. So, so that's where we are. I hope you guys like what you see. If there's something you think we're missing, I'd be glad to, take a look at it. You can send it to support, which is Art, and he'll get it over to me, or Courtney will get it over to me. We'll take a look at it. But these are most of the things that you're going to be working with all the time. Let's see. Awesome. Miss Johnson, is there anything going on in the East Coast market? Well, yeah, I mean, Florida's East Coast. We haven't done anything in the upper East Coast, like, New Jersey, New York. They're all on the list. We have a list of 36 markets that we want to open. However, we don't want to try to open 36 in one, month, because we'd hurt ourselves. We need to find out about the business. So we picked 3 of the best markets. We have the most amount of people in those markets. In fact, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach has 19,000 people signed up. So we got to get to those people. We did a reverse on here's what we did. So we did a reverse on the email list on zip codes. And then we found out all those people that are in our system. So we've isolated each one of these markets with the people that are signed up. So we know exactly how many people, who they are. And as we start to get down the road here, the leadership, for example, Tomas is a leader in Fort Lauderdale, Miami. He knows his people, but we want to help drive this. So the other leaders are going to come out, and we'll start getting recruiting going in those markets and bringing people on. Same thing in Atlanta. We have probably 3,000 or 4,000 signed up there. That's a good market. So if you had 50 to 100 salespeople on the road in those markets sign up restaurants, just think about it. If you just signed up 1 or 2 restaurants a day, but you had 50 or 100 people, how many restaurants you could sign up in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. You could sign them enough that we could fire up a market with 750 to 1,000, 1,500 restaurants. So let me see what else. Because everyone upload a current photo profile. Safety is first. Yes. Yeah. Once this is up, you want to upload your photo in here. Look, this is a whole professional program, and it's unlike what anybody else is doing. The pricing model is so different. I mean, I send out an email, and I send out an email usually once a day or once every other day to the team. And it could be any kind of email. It's something I read. And people often say, like, why does a business model matter? And I'll give you an example. And I sent it out today. Shopify, which most of you have heard of, Shopify has a market cap on their company of around $120 billion. Last year, it was $20 billion. Why did they increase $100 billion in value? Because their business model is encroaching on, guess who? Amazon. They're throttling Amazon, and Amazon is losing their marketplace players. Their third-party people are coming over to Shopify, because they charge 2.9%. And guess what? It's a SaaS business model. You pay a monthly fee, just like we do. So anytime you can twist a business model on a traditional business, in our case, Uber Eats, any of these guys are in the game, they're at a whole different plane than when we are. We've tried to make it easy, put more money in the driver pocket, put more money in the restaurateur's pocket, put more money all the way around and put money in our pocket as a company and get to profitability, which nobody's seen yet in this industry. And I believe if we do it right, within 90 days, we'll be profitable. That's, even though we're taking lower prices, we know where we saved on the business side using technology, using referral marketing. Some of the other things we're going to be doing, influencer marketing, we haven't even talked about. We're going to go after these big influencers. You guys are going to go after and go get them. Because guess what? You sign up an influencer that has 800,000 followers and they just if they only downloaded 50,000 apps, guess what happens to you? So you got to understand, we're going to have a whole program about that. This is about eating an elephant one bite at a time, right? So that's what you got to think of. Let me see. Danny, please call me after. Danny, I'm not calling you after. Orange County can deliver food. Yeah, we can deliver food in any of the markets we open. But like I said, we're opening those 3 markets first. I'm going to tell you what's probably going to happen after we open these 3 markets. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to get really smart about how to open these markets and restaurateurs signing on, that somebody's going to say, hey, I see that this market is on the list, but nobody's really working it. I'm going to go work that market. So we're going to have kind of, maybe we've been talking about it, a delayed program for other markets that are not online yet, where you can go sign people up. And once you hit the threshold in that market, let's say 750 restaurants or 1,000, then we'll bring them all online at one shot. And then we'll charge them then. We're not going to charge them up front to sit around for 30 days or 40 days, but we can sign them up. Just if they're in a delayed program, there's no commissions on that until we go active. That's the thing you just have to understand. But it's smart marketing if you can do it and grab a market, because you could take 10 guys and partner up. It's up to you guys what you want to do. And then go hit a market and open 1,000 restaurants. And you'll see some serious cash flow. When will reps be paid when a restaurant is processed? The process is on the $149.99, and if they buy a membership at $9.99, keep in mind the membership is only going to be for about probably 120 days or so at $9.99 to get going. It's in the document what's higher, but we pay 8 days in arrears. So if you sign somebody up 8 days later, you'll get your money put into your e-wallet and you're off to the races. If it's on the commission side for the subscriptions, it's 21 days later. And the reason for that is, people try to game the system, they'll try to do things. So we have to make sure that our money is cleared and there's no funny business to make that happen. Is the marketing funnel through Verb? Yes, we did a joint venture with Verb. They're probably we think the best guys in the industry. We cut a deal with them. We negotiated hard. David Track negotiated these guys really hard. Got a great pricing on the product. So you're going to be amazed when you see it. So did you guys track everyone who signed up last year? Yeah, we have everybody in the system. We have 116,000 people in the system right now. Some of the data is not the best, the way it was handled by the last CTO. So we had to clean a lot of data up. So we're going to have a couple things going on. One is the existing people that are in the system. They're connected to people. You'll see all that right away. But your sign up process to get your merchant account, to get your background check and your e-wallet is going to be done from your back office. Anybody new is going to sign up on your referral link and they'll come in through the front door and they'll go through the same process all the way through instead of through the back office. But yeah, all that information's there. All the stuff you saw that Courtney showed on My People, that was all real-time people. So it's the same thing you're going to see. You're going to see your people. Now, if it's not there and you have a complaint and said, oh, this guy was mine or it's lost, let us know. Don't get all frustrated and, start pounding on people. We're really good to work with. We're real easy. We like to we like solutions to problems, and just give it to us and we'll get it fixed. What are we looking at? Is this a new website or an app? Meredith? You've been around a while. Jesus Christ.
Hi, Meredith.
We have new apps. We have new everything. The website has been updated to triprides.com, but there are also 4 other URLs to get to the website. We're going to be pointing at a lot of different URLs there. But yes, the apps are all new. They're not old stuff that was built. All the stuff, anybody that's got an app right now from the company, go ahead and delete it. I deleted mine a long time ago. The new ones will be coming out. You'll just download them. It'll be pretty simple. And then we're doing some other things on phase 2, which is we have a great design for an app, but it was about an 8-week, not design, but it was about 8-week implementation, and we didn't want to take that time. So we didn't do what we wanted to do. So that's phase 2. We have phase 2, phase 3. We have meetings with our tech people, partners, all that stuff. We're on top of this. This company runs 24/7. I mean, Courtney, Lisa, everybody, Dominic, all these people in the company go 24/7, and they're doing it for one reason. They love the company, and everybody's committed to it. And they work hard just like the field works hard. But that's what's going on, Meredith.
She says I went to the website. It doesn't look any different. So she doesn't know this is the back office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the back office to the website. That you don't see this back office yet. It's not live. This is live on when we transition over next week. The website that you see right now, TripRides.com, TRYP, and the other 4 or 5 associated URLs are going to point to that, will be reconnected to this database structure on this process here. Okay. And you don't see this right now because it's not visible to the world. It's not connected to our website yet. By design, you can't build out and do this stuff and have it on live servers and think you're going to win. There's just too much testing that goes on. So I know everybody's anxious. This will be all connected up here in the next 5 or 6 days, and you'll be off to the races. But hold on, one other thing. Will I still get a commission if I get a restaurant manager signed up the restaurant under him? I guess I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Yeah.
So like he signs up somebody and then that somebody signs up the restaurant.
Well, yeah, if you sign up somebody, you'll get whatever that person is. That's your first level, and then the restaurant would be your second level. So you would participate, but you wouldn't get, if you signed up somebody that's not a restaurant. I mean, when you say restaurant, I guess you're saying manager of a restaurant. Well, that means you signed up the restaurant, I would guess. Then you get the 40 cents. Anytime you sign a restaurant up, forget about if it's a manager. If they sign up as a restaurant, they get activated in our database, then that is your customer, and you get the 40 cents anytime an order goes out of there, whether you took the order or another trip driver took the order. Hold on, did I miss the answer? Will restaurants be able to sign up online through a link app, or is everything done on paper? No, everything is going to be done electronically to sign them up. It's a 1-page document. It's not going to be DocuSign, but most of you probably are familiar with DocuSign. So instead of printing out, the document and then taking it with you, and you could take it with you and let them see it physically, but the document they're going to sign is going to be electronic. That way we have it on file. It's never going to get lost. We can search our records, find out that Bob McNulty signed up this restaurant. This guy signed that document. So we have a documentation trail. That's why we're doing it electronically. And it just makes it easier for everybody. You don't have to, oh my gosh, I got to print this out, or I left to go to the appointment and I forgot to bring that document with me. So everything will be done electronically. So that way it's all monitored and in its proper home. Please give us a coded link to the website, not just the apps. I don't understand what you mean, a coded link to the website. When you sign in and you're signed up with us, you're locked in, because you can't even get in your back office. You'll get a one-time passcode that gets you into your back office, and once you're in there, it's you. Nobody else can get in there. So your link is connected to you once you sign up, and that link, whoever referred you, is connected to that person. So I enter my phone number in TripRides.com, and this is what I get. Yeah, of course. We shut off a lot of the stuff on TripRides.com because it's not we had to move the database over. When you talk about 116,000 people, you're talking about millions of lines of code that you're moving over. You've got to shut things off. You can't have people in there playing around and trying to get documentation out. Just doesn't work that way. Thought you getting DocuSign accounts to electronic. Geez. I just said we're going to use a form of DocuSign. I didn't say DocuSign. I said like DocuSign. It doesn't matter who we use. I just want to make sure that whoever we use, they have the right pricing for us, because we could have 100,000 documents out there pretty fast. So we have to be careful about expense money. Now let's see. For our referrals, no.
No, it's going to be a CRM for restaurants.
Yes, there is. That's a good question. Great question, actually. And I did answer that this morning also to somebody. Yeah, we have a CRM system just for restaurants. There'll be auto dialers. So for example, let's say that the order gets placed to a restaurant, and then we don't get a ping back within 5 minutes that they acknowledge they've got the order. We have auto dialers that are going to be dialing like crazy to them pick up the phone to confirm the orders. And then there's also on the outbounds, like where they are, they're 10 minutes away, things like that. So no, we're going to have a complete system. We know how important that is, particularly in food. One of the things that get cold, and all of us have experienced that. I mean, anybody's ordered from, any of these companies know if your food doesn't get there and it's cold, it kind of like, I don't know if I want to eat it. It's not cold, or you got to put it in the microwave, whatever. So those are the important things. Customer service is a real strong component of what we're doing, and it's important. Who else? Let's see. Does a company have a restaurant contract in Spanish so they can read it? Yes, we will have it in Spanish. It's in English right now. If you go back in our back office, you'll see that the PowerPoint of 30 pages or close to that. One is in English, one is in Spanish. Everything we're doing, the videos are in Spanish and English. Everything we're doing, including contracts, will be in Spanish and English. We just haven't got that one converted over yet, but it will be in the next couple of days. Look, we understand the complexity of trying to run a bilingual company, and it's really more than just bilingual. I mean, it's probably, I probably could put this up in 6 or 7 different languages. First is Spanish, obviously. We'll put a translator on the site probably in the next 30 days. We got to talk to our technology partners about that. So that way we can get that up and running. And it's really important for us to be able to manage all the dominant languages that are important to the company. Let's see, if I sign up a restaurant, also sign up the driver, and that driver pickup from the restaurant I signed up. Do I get 40 cents from the driver? No, you only get the 40 cents if you sign up the restaurant. The other parts of the business, when you sign somebody up, if you just refer your app or the share, yeah, you'll get 40 cents if they take a ride. Yeah. But for the restaurant business, if you sign the restaurant up, you basically control the restaurant from the standpoint of earnings on that 40 cents. Anytime an order gets picked up, you earn 40 cents because you signed that restaurant up. And that we did that by design. It puts the power of the referral partner to go in there and sell the restaurant to sign up. And then, if you had, like I said, if you had 20 pickups a day and you had 10 restaurants, you can figure out how much you can make at 40 cents. So how can I enter my page now? You can't. You can't enter anything right now by design because we're just getting ready to launch the company. We need another 3 or 4 days of testing. And once that's done, we're going to open the system up. Then you can go sign up all your people that you're sitting on. You can sign up any restaurants. You can start going to work. And 8 days later, you'll start getting a commission. If the restaurant signs up drivers, do they go on our second level? If they, so if they sign up a restaurant, the restaurant can sign up people. Yes, they would become your second level then. If we sign up a restaurant, where are any national advertising campaigns help our efforts? We will be, there'll be regional campaigns. We're not going to advertise in markets that we're not opening because it'd be a waste of money, right? But in markets we're opening, hey Chance, my dog is barking at me. The markets that we open, we'll advertise in. So for example, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, we're going to be advertising on Amy, can you take him, please? I have a very young 2-year-old dog, and he loves to bark at his dad. So anyway, so yeah, we'll be advertising in the markets that we're opening markets in. That's straightforward. We have plans from, going after restaurants to make them aware of our business model. Not that we want to open them up. We want to get more consumers as we're going after to get on the app, particularly on the grocery side, because we're doing it a little different. A lot of questions that you guys ask, are we going to get in the Instacart business? Our system is set up for that. We haven't programmed it yet because we haven't thoroughly gone through, and I don't want to clog up with what we're doing now and get people confused about this or that, the other thing. We got to take good steps to win. You can't do everything at once, but we'll be in that space down the road, might be 90 days from now. But whatever it is, keep in mind, it'll be a lot different than what those guys are doing. And we have already the bones to do that, which is different. We just got to sort out what the numbers are. So we, again, lower the cost to the grocery store on the pick pack, lower the cost to the consumer for the pick pack, and put more money in the driver's pocket to go do that. So there's a lot of complex issues here that we take a look at. Okay, let me see. Going on for 45 minutes. Can you please explain to people the national market will hinder us from getting people to sign up with our code? I guess please explain people the national market. Albany? I don't even really understand the question. I don't know what would be hindering us from getting people to sign up with our code. It's a referral code. That's all it is. It just tracks. Where is the link to sign up restaurants? Jeez.
It'll be in your apps.
Yeah.
It's super easy.
Yeah. I mean, keep in mind, Courtney's been testing the apps for weeks now, probably a month. And she knows more about the apps than anybody in the company. And she's seen them, they work. It's very simple. You guys just, you ask a lot of the same questions, which are fine, but all this is going to get exposed to you here very quickly. And then a lot of these questions you have will just go away. But
yeah, they're super easy, user-friendly. Like as soon as you guys download it and go through it all, you'll catch on really fast. It's really easy to use. So
yeah. So
patience.
Yes, exactly. We've tried to take the time to make things, when Courtney goes to an app or one of our testers goes to an app, they're looking not only at the app working, but they're also looking at, is this easy to use? Is there something we can do to make it better? And trust me, there's meetings that go on about how do we make it easier, because we know, apps are not that easy sometimes. So we just got to keep thinking through the process. And what that app looks like today, what it's going to look like 120 days from now, probably totally different because of the designs we have on the app that we want from a UI UX. It's really going to be pretty cool. It's far above anybody out there that's doing anything with an app. And keep in mind, everything's inside one app. So the ride shares inside, the restaurants inside, the groceries inside. So, I got some guy that texted me a couple months ago or a month ago, and he's one of those people that, he's full of confidence because he told me our app would never work because we need separate apps for everything. Our worldview is a little different than his. So can I sign up 1,000 people a day? You can sign up 10,000 people a day if you have the horsepower. Of course you can sign up 1,000 people a day. I'd love it. You'd be the leading person in the company immediately. Can we change the referral number that we had before? No, you have the same referral number. That hasn't changed.
Yeah, you can change your phone number though and your email address.
Right. Now keep in mind, if you change your phone number, that's the new phone number that's going to be coming. That when you log in, you have to use that new phone number to get your OTP code. Can't use your old one. So
On Facebook, they're asking where can they change that?
where can they change what?
Their phone number.
Yeah, we did a demonstration.
Yeah.
And the demonstration is in the back office under my profile, and you can edit that information, your phone number, your name, your email address. Well, somebody's saying they don't have their old phone.
That's not their phone number anymore. So then what do they do?
Yeah, they use their new phone number.
They can contact support and we'll go in the system and change it for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're trying to make it easy for everybody, not harder. Believe me, you haven't seen the back office because we haven't let anybody see it until now. This is the whole thing about having everybody on here, is so you have the time to walk through it and really understand it and see how cool it is and all the information that's there, you know. But it'll all be up for you guys to start using pretty darn quick. I think it should be explained that a restaurant that has 4 locations should be marketed to what? Let's hold on. Restaurant should find out they should have been done by our guidance. Therefore, we, as referral partners, are not going to sign up a small chain of 4 restaurants as a first level customer. Instead, we will 1 level first customer and 3 second. However you want to sign them up, it's up to you. I mean, you guys work for yourself. You want to sign all 4 up on 1 level, or 1 on 1 and 3 on the other, you know, that's up to you. You guys are the entrepreneurs. Our job is to make sure you have a quality product that you can go into the market and make money with. That's our job. Okay. And you can sell. This is an easy sell. Believe me, you go into a restaurant, you tell them you're going to save them 25%. They're all over you. And we've already interviewed 100 restaurants or so. Myself, you know, other people in the company, David Track, you know, it's a no-brainer to sell. You don't even have to sell it because everybody wants to save money. Everybody, if you read any of the statistics, and I'm going to do a press release, and I'm going to have some information in there where some of these white papers came from, and you can read that 70% of the restaurateurs are disenchanted with the rideshare companies providing services for food because they feel like they're taken advantage of, lied to, whatever. And ours is pretty simple. We don't get in the same concept. We don't get in between the driver money and their rideshare. We don't get between the restaurateur and their money. They control their own business. We're just here as a technology provider with an idea that may be revolutionary for the restaurant business, and I think it will be. So will there be a replay for this? Yes, we are recording this call, and right now we'll post it up tonight. It's on Facebook. We'll post it up in YouTube. That's another reason to get on YouTube. So you can, if you missed the call or you missed the early part of it where the demonstration was, you can get on there and walk through it. So does anyone know the industry average number of daily delivery pickups? Yeah, I do, but I'm not telling you. I'm gonna make you research it. Now, listen, here's the deal. Everybody's different. Just depends on the size of restaurant. But the norm you'll see is between 15 and 20 pickups. There are restaurants that do 30 and 40 or more. Just depends on the restaurant. But if you use an average of 15 or 20 pickups on a restaurant, that's probably a good number. It's obviously, some of the smaller little mom and pops that maybe only have 15 tables or something is probably not doing anywhere near that. But yeah, that's probably a good safe number. You say that the app and the web page is not working. So where or with what link we sign up others? I've mentioned that a couple times, that nothing is live right now. It's going to go live sometime next week. And when it goes live, you'll just use your same login. You won't notice any difference. You'll go to the triprides.com, TRYP rides.com, and log in, and you'll be in the back office. You'll see everything you saw tonight there, and all the sign up, the links, all that stuff remains the same. Within 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 days later, the app should be approved, and then you'd start downloading the apps and start sharing the apps. That doesn't stop you from signing people up, and doesn't stop you from signing restaurants up. What is the new website and app, please? There is no new website. It's triprides.com. There's a new facelift on it already, and it's connected to a whole different database structure what the apps are connected to. So we've been talking about it most of the night. I'm talking about old referral numbers that we had. Your old referral numbers you still have. You use those to log in. Nothing's changed. We've lifted all that information. That's why we froze the database so nobody could get in there and add people or whatever. We just took everything out of that database, put it over into a new database, into a SQL server, and it's very powerful. And all that stuff is, out there. I'm going to take a couple more questions, but we can only sign people up through the app, not through the web, even the current site. Yeah, Meredith, I've already said this. The website is not operable on triprides.com to really sign up people right now. When the new one comes online, you can sign them up through the app and or through the web, either way. Just so you know, the stat is 88% of the people who do it mobilely will do it mobile. So most of the signups will go through the app. But for people that want to go through the web, it's another 10, 12% of those people will use the web sign up process, but both of them work. So, okay. So I'm done answering questions because I'm getting a lot of the same ones back. People apps not up yet. If you people will just wait for a few more days, you'll be able to sign in and all that stuff. Somebody wants to know about food trucks. They're on our hit list too. So there's 250,000 food trucks in the United States. That market has been evolving over the last 4 or 5 years. David Track has intimate knowledge of that. We're very, very, plugged into what's that. I'm saying, can you explain to people who keep on asking for national marketing that national marketing is Trip will hinder us referral partners from doing our own marketing? Yeah, I mean that's the other thing. You guys are referral partners. So if we do all the marketing for you, then who do we sort those out to? Look, we want to get the consumer engaged. We want the consumer to know who we are. We're working on some really interesting, maybe we'll have some celebrities that endorse us and things like that. We're still in the early stages of talking to people. But yeah, so are available on site in previous videos. People, please invest some time in getting up to date. Thank you very much for saying that. Yeah, I mean, look, we're all entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are people that take the first step. Sometimes you take an early step, like a lot of you, and you've been here for a long time waiting. Well, the wait's almost over. I think what we presented to you is far greater than anything that's out there today, not only in the ability to build your own personal income, but also in that the disruption that we're going to cause in an industry, and you're going to catch hold of that pretty fast. So anyway, with that, I think I've taken enough questions. Just hold on, because we're going to go through next week. If everything goes well and we don't have any hiccups and these little things we see on the price points or whatever, those are all getting caught up. We'll launch this company and Katie bar the doors, because once you get all these people re-engaged, and they're going to come back, believe me, because nobody can make this kind of money that we're paying out in the referral side of the business. And there's a lot of drivers that need additional income right now because the rideshare business is hurt so bad. So we're anxious to get everything going. I just want to thank all the leaders that have been here. I mean, there's just so many of you out there that, I need a long list. But with that, I'm just going to say good night. Courtney, you want to wrap up with anything that you want to cover?
I'm just so excited and to see like how far we've come in the apps. Like you guys are going to be blown away. So
yeah,
soon we're ready. We're almost ready. We're getting there. So
okay. Well, thanks everybody. I'm going to end the call. Appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, most of you know how to hit me up, and then or send us support at triprides.com. Thanks everybody. Have a good night. Thank you. Thanks, Court.